Mr. Paxson from the audience. The questioner is very concerned about the low level of participation in city elections, as well as the relatively low level, as they see, of participation in city government generally. The concern that low turnout at elections and low participation in city government is a problem that needs to be fixed. If you see, first of all, do you see it as a problem? And secondly, if so, what would you do to fix it?
Yeah, it's a great question, and that definitely is a problem. In 2010, during the last midterm election, out of 25,000 people that live in the city limits, out of 14,000 and some change registered voters, how many showed up to vote? 800 and some change. I think that's a problem, and what we need to have is greater citizen participation. What I would like to see, first off, is our elections move from May to November to increase participation. I'd also like to see greater cooperation from council with the news outlets as far as agenda going on and things coming up, and one of those would also be social media. In today's day and age, that is of the utmost importance, and it's free. We've talked about hiring someone to communicate to our citizens, and then down the road at a given time that may or may not be possible or needed, but now it's not needed, especially when we have so many underutilized assets at our disposal. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, website, and so forth, could easily communicate to people what's going on at council, what's coming up with elections, and so forth. One thing that I've actually done recently is I just came out with an iPhone and an Android app. And you can download that on my website, paxsonformayor.com. Our campaign is using social media. We want to model to everyone what it could be like. To do that, we've connected with thousands of people through social media, and I think our city could do that, and it could do it very effectively. Thank you.
I have long advocated as a member of the council for a better communication plan and a better communication both with the council and the staff and the council to the public. I've said for some time now just to hold a public hearing is not a sufficient way of communicating with people. We did have a public information officer in the budget. It looks like that may not happen this year, but we are talking about at least developing a communication plan that we can follow, that we can make sure that we find appropriate and modern means of getting the word out to our citizens about events, about upcoming meetings, upcoming issues. Meanwhile, we continue to post on the website everything we can, but the website is something else we also need to work on. But yes, I'm very much in favor of improving communications.
Democracy is achieved through supporting the vote. Low-level participation has been a historic issue in the city of Fredericksburg. We have 13,000 registered voters. Of those, historically, over the last two elections, municipal elections we've had for mayor and at-large, only 3,500 come out to vote. We would hope tonight that we would have filled this room. All those behind the camera are hopefully listening and watching as we debate the issues before the city. We've asked our city attorney, to look into the issue of possibly moving our elections to November. There are ramifications with anything and everything we do. We've asked, so we study it, we can put it before the voters, and that would be our intent, is once we get an answer on whether we can and what it would cost and what it would impact, that we would put it before the voters so that they can decide. That's the democratic way. Thank you.